Hello YouTube, Jeremy Martin 72 here, and I'm going to show you how to go through your settings on your 2012 Nexus 7. Now, there's two ways to activate them. You drag down from the top, and there's the gear icon in the top right hand corner next to my avatar. Or you can hit the app tray, which is the white circle with the 6 dots in the center of it, off to the right. And you're going to want to drag over until you see the gray gear. It says settings on it. And we're going to go ahead and open it up. Alright, we're going to start from the top left-hand corner and work our way down to the bottom right-hand corner. So we're going to start right off with wireless and networks. And we're going to hit Wi-Fi. And it will show you what kind of Wi-Fi you got. And in this situation, I am on slow speed internet. Next will be Bluetooth. I do not have my Bluetooth turned on. And you turn your Bluetooth on and it will scan and it will find a couple available devices if you give it a second. That's probably my Google Max right there. Google Home Max. And I'll go ahead and turn that off and go back, and then we'll do data usage. And it shows you the data that you've been doing December 30th, 2019 to January 27. I've been doing a lot of time in Google Play Store because I've been updating my my applications. Then you got more, and airplane mode basically turns off the Wi-Fi in there. NFC is near field communication, allow data exchange when the tablet touches another device. Android Beam, ready to transmit app content via NFC. So you sit there, and I've done this with my son. I'll hold this tablet up against the back of his phone, and then I'll tap on the screen what I want to send over to his phone. When this feature is turned on, you can beam app content to other NFC capable devices by holding devices close together. You can beam browser pages, YouTube videos. Just bring the devices together, typically back to back, and then touch a screen. The app determines what gets beamed. And VPN, this is where you would put your VPN, and to put your VPN in, you're going to push the plus symbol, and you got to fill in all your information and stuff. And also, it's got the typical Google help and feedback, and always on VPN. Alright, and device. Now we're going to go to the display, and you got brightness level. Adaptive brightness uses the camera to decide how much brightness you need. And you also got wallpapers, live wallpapers, photos, wallpapers, regular wallpapers. And I've downloaded this one as well. Yeah, classics, right? Alright, and then sleep. Sleep will make the display sleep after 30 minutes of inactivity. Press power button twice for camera. I mean, that's classic for Android. 2 quick clicks on the power button and it opens your camera up right off the bat without having to unlock your screen. Daydream is some weird stuff to control what happens when the phone is docked or sleeping. Turn Daydream on, and you could choose. In this situation, since this is Android 6, you don't have too much choices here. You could put, photos would be a fun thing to do, and it just floats through your photos. Font size, if you're having problems seeing things you want to do, pick like large and huge. And if you want a lot of space, you want to fill up as much as possible on your screen, you want to pick small. When device is rotated, stay in current orientation or rotate. This is basically auto rotate. And then cast on the bottom is basically Chromecast. All right. Sound and notifications. Media volume, alarm volume, notification volume. Do not disturb. Turns off all the sound. Default notification ringtones. I'm not. You can go through there and find what you like. Other sounds. You got screen locking sounds, charging sounds, docking sounds, touch sounds. Dock speaker plays media audio only. Cast, and you can cast to a speaker like my Google Home Max. All right, where was I? Apps. Give it a second to load here. And there is all your apps, and you can click on that, and you can hit the ones that are, you can select all apps, the enabled apps or the disabled apps. And scrolling through them, you can pick what you want, and it'll pull up all the app info. And you got a configure apps button on that gear. And then you can do your apps positions and what apps draw over other apps and modify system settings and battery optimizations. Now, Android 6 does have automatic battery optimization. Let me go back there. Automatic battery optimization, but you can go in and you can do what you wish on it and pull up the apps that you want to optimize on there. All right, let's go to storage and USB. I have 8 gigabytes used out of 12 gigabytes. My apps are taking up 6 gigs. Yada, yada, yada. Cache data. Explore. There you go. And Explore shows all the... this will show you how much space everything is taken up on your Nexus 7. Battery. This is where... see now, as it shows, predicts me at my current rate of usage, it's going to be wanting to die somewhere around 7, 8-ish, somewhere around there. And it shows me how much of the battery, whatever is using. A screen is usually the one that eats up the most, especially on a Nexus 7, which is famously bright. And you can hit the refresh button, and up in the top right hand corner, you got your typical Google help buttons and stuff like that to turn on. Battery optimization, we've already been in that area. Battery saver, turn on automatically never to help improve battery, reduces device's performance and limits vibrations. So if you need your battery to last longer, you're going to want to hit that. Alright, next is going to be memory, and this is memory as in RAM. So storage is the actual storage space, and memory is RAM. And in this situation, it's supposed to be 2 gigabytes of RAM. And right now, I got a little over 1/2 of a gigabyte free, and I am running a screen recorder on it and I'm also powering a Blue microphone. Users, and yours truly is up there, and this is where you add guests and profiles and stuff like that, and you can control what they can see and all that other stuff. Tap and play. This is NFC, and it's awesome. I'm not sure, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is not only the first Nexus tablet, it's also the first Google tablet that had Google Pay in it. You could sit there and take this tablet and pay for something at a terminal with it. And, you can use more than just Google Pay on it. So, and it gives you the options to where you can choose what you want to use, when and where. Okay, personal location. I have the location off because I'm trying to preserve my battery. And you got location services here that you can hit on. I'm not going to mess with those right now because it might pull up personal information. And security. I use a pin. I use a heavy pin number for my screen lock. Automatic lock 5 seconds after sleep. Power button instantly locks it. I like to be able to hit a button and put the lock down on it. Lock screen message, you can say fuck you or whatever you want on there. I usually just do my my name on it. You got smart lock, you got encrypt tablet. Encrypt tablet is nice. I'm not going to get into that. Make password visible? No. But you can. Device administrators, you can view or deactivate device administrators. Unknown sources. This is where if you want to side load APK, Android apps and stuff like that, you want to turn this on, and it's going to warn you that Google is no longer going to be looking out for you. You're taking a risk if you're going to side load apps. Storage type is hardware. These are credential storages here. This is for like development and stuff like that. Trusted credentials. And if you don't know what you're doing in here, you don't want to be turning on and off anything. Install certificates from storage. This is if you have certificates that you want to put into. Advanced, you got trust agents, and screen pinning is you can lock a screen. Say that if somebody wants to borrow your tablet for Chrome, you can open up Chrome and screen pin it, and that means they can't open up anything else on your tablet other than Chrome. And apps with uses. This is high. Google Play services is good. These are things you need. All right. We're going to go to accounts. And these are all the accounts that I've logged in. Some of them usually show up twice, like TikTok, sometimes Reddit. Google, if it'll open, will open up your Google account. Now, a lot of this here is local. Some of it is global, but this is mostly local stuff on this device only. Language and input. English, United States. Yes, I want the spell checker on. My personal dictionary can be accessed here. Keyboard and input methods, currently using Gboard, surprise, surprise. Gboard multilingual typing, Google voice typing, which is awesome. Text to speech is great. And you can also choose your pointer speed if you decide to use a mouse or trackpad on this wonderful device. And when this device came out, it was awesome, especially when it made it to where you can put a data sim in it. Backup and reset. There's some serious stuff in here. This is where you back up your data. You put in your backup account for your data. I got automatic restore on, which is a smart thing to do. And then the network settings reset and the factory data reset. Don't touch them unless you really mean it. And yes, they are what they say they are. All right. Now we're going to settings, and we got date and time, automatic date and time for network provided. I just set mine for time zone in this situation, Eastern Standard, and I do not use a 24-hour format. Accessibility. This is for people who are blind or need help with assessing the data on this tablet. Talkback, select to speak, switch access, captions. Magnification is where you hold your finger on something, or it'll give you a gesture and show you, while you can zoom in and stuff like that so you can see stuff a little bit better. And there's some experimental stuff here. Now remember, this is Android 6, so it was experimental for Android 6. Auto rotate screen, I got that turned off and staying in landscape for now on. Speak your password, which is nice if you are unable to touch the screen. Accessibility shortcut, text-to-speech output, touch and hold delay, color inversion, which is kind of weird, doing, and color correction is also for people who have red-green color blindness, or color deficiency is what they call it now. Printing, and lo and behold, it still has cloud print, even though that is going away. About tablet, system update, and it says my system is up to date, even though it is Android 6, and that's how you check for update on it, and you won't get it. Updates are temporarily unavailable. Here, right. Status of the battery, network, and other information. Let's not go in there. Alright, legal information, regulatory information, model number is Nexus7, and if you tap on the model number and Android version and stuff like that, you'll unlock developer modes for stuff. Android version 6, Android security patch level is August 5th, 2016, and that's why it's important to buy devices that are new so you can keep up with the security patch level. I don't do anything very important on this tablet other than just record some screenshots for my YouTube and messing around with it generally. Kernel version is 3.4. And yes, it is Linux. And the build number, I think you hit the build number is what turns it on to dev. And that's it. Up in the top right hand corner is your typical help and feedback for your Google devices. And my brothers and sisters, getting older tech is fun, but just keep in mind that especially for Android, the security is not updated. I mean, it's really old. So if you buy something like this, like a Nexus7 2012, you want to try not to buy anything on it and do anything that's really important through it. Mostly just play around with it. That's my suggestions. You do whatever you want. My brothers and sisters, stay security aware and Google on.